Hello everyone, my name is Justin and welcome back to the Boston Bruins GM Mode Series Year 1. We've made it to the playoffs, got eliminated in the second round. We're going to keep it going. One thing I do want to address real quick in the video is the audio. Someone pointed out, and I also did notice this, but I couldn't record a new episode. This wouldn't have been good. There, every once in a while, kind of like I go like a little robot for like a second. It's hard. I don't know exactly what's happening, but it sounds like more or less it lags and then has to catch up, as someone pointed out in the comments. And I've noticed that in other videos, but very little. But the last episode, it was pretty much the whole episode, every now and again. And trust me, if I knew exactly what was causing that, that would have been fixed a long time ago, but I'm not quite sure. I did take a few measures here to hope that maybe it's fixed. But we'll have to see. I did a few things with the recording software. I also had a video rendering on my computer when I was recording last time, and you might think that it has nothing to do with it, but it does. The software runs on my computer. That's connected to the thingy, which is connected to my Xbox. So that could be why. I don't have the best computer in the world. So we're just going to see how this turns out. So we're going to do the draft, but I think we're just going to advance day by day until the playoffs are over to see who wins here. And then we will just sim up to the draft. So there's your first game. Who's going to win? Maybe I should have had you guys make predictions. I'm not sure anyone would have, but... Okay, we got two 2-1 series here. Oh, 3-1 and 2-2. The Philadelphia Flyers are going to the Stanley Cup. I know they haven't won in, gosh darn, high number of years. I don't know if they've... Oh, they did go. They lost to Chicago. But they haven't won in, I think it's in the 40-some years, potentially. And they're going to get their chance. And it looks like it could be Dallas. Chicago might have a third-round choke here. Yeah, and Dallas knocks out the powerhouse Chicago. And we have Dallas and Philadelphia. When you think about it, this is last year. If Dallas plays like they did last year, they could make it. But Dallas just hasn't taken off this year. They could still turn it around. There's always those teams that the second half of the year they turn it on. Dallas very well could be one of those teams. Philly not having an awful year either. They're going to probably make the playoffs. So maybe not the two teams I would have drawn up, but it's not awful when you think about it. Let's see who's going to win this. We're going to do the draft in this episode and re-sign. We have Dallas up 1-0. 2-0. Oh, 2-1. Philly makes it interesting. 3-1. Dallas could win it. And the Dallas Stars win in 5 games. I want to wait till I get the notification. Is it going to give it to me? Maybe not. Let's check out the awards real quick. Okay, yeah, it hasn't updated yet. There we go. Dallas Stars. We were waiting on the AHL and the Manitoba Moose. Now we can check out the awards for the season. Well, first off, Dallas won the Cup. Look at that. Back to the Western Conference. Winnipeg won the Presidents, and there's that. Steven Stamkos won the Honor Ross and the Hart. Gostis Beer won the James Norris Memorial. Stamkos the Lady Byng. Patrick Laine, the Calder. Conn Smythe, Jamie Benn. Vezina, Braden Holtby. William M. Jennings, Andre Pavelek, and Colton Hellebuck. Bill Masterson, Luke Shen, Frank J. Selke, Bergeron, Ted Lindsay, Stamkos, and Stamkos. Pretty much ended Ovechkin's streak of at least 4 years. I don't know how long it is. So those are your awards. Let's just sum up the draft, I guess. We don't want to go up to the draft because then you can't look at the scouted players, if I'm not mistaken. That's the draft. Or that's the draft, rather. So let's just... see when the retired players. The draft lottery results are in. I do want to trade to the top 10 is what the plan's going to be. Not necessarily the top 5. The player, okay, let's view the retired players. Hopefully Chara's coming back. No, Chara will call quits after 1,357 games, getting 606 points. Probably a future Hall of Famer. I wish they had Hall of Fame in this game where every year they induct people who haven't been there, the best 5 or whatever, however many do. John Michael Lyle's actually calling it quits at 35 or 36. And Dominic Moore going to hang up the skates. Let's look at the league here. Let's see who we got. It was probably faster. Yeah, it's faster to go this way. So when you look at let's look at games played here real quick. Yager going to call it quits. Honestly, would be awfully surprised if he retires after this season. People might think that's crazy, but he's not having a great, amazing year. Next year, it'll probably even be worse. So you got Yager, who's now in Ottawa, actually. Colorado, Char, Marian Hossa. I didn't want him to retire year 1. That's a little bit unrealistic. He's probably not going to retire this year. He's having a pretty good year. Zubris. Scott Hart. Well, that's interesting. Only 35. And there are your points for 1,000 point skaters. Let's check out the goalies. If there's any, there probably isn't. Okay. I accidentally... I'm an idiot. I don't want to... I actually didn't want... I was going to stop the sim before we got here, but I didn't have the chance to. Okay, we are going to... I forgot, really. Shouldn't even... Whatever. It's in the past. Shouldn't even have simmed up to that, but whatever. So we are going to trade up here. Don't know who the targets are because, like I said, I accidentally simmed too far. I even just said earlier how I wasn't going to, but whatever. So we want a top 10 pick. I don't want to get top 3. Let's just take a look at what teams. Florida says no. Okay, Edmonton wants to deal with their pick. They're finally not they finally feel like they have their core together potentially. So we are gonna have to give up our first round pick. That's a no-brainer. Oh, but we don't have any more. Maybe could we keep this? I doubt it. But let's just see what goalies matching the block. Tuukka Rask. Don't want to give him up just yet, but oh man. So we're going for it next year. Skaters match in the block. McQuaid. He's an exact 7th. That means he's probably going to be dropping. I wouldn't mind giving up him anyway. He has a pretty big cap hit. Okay, we're going to have to give our first this year. That's obvious. But we're going to have to be careful. We don't want to kill our future, even though this pick will help it. But we want to... give that up. So right now they're close to even. Let's see who else they want. Lawson. Morrow. Gabriel. We can give up Gabriel, top 9, 20 years old, only 67. Because I do want to get a third, hopefully, in it as well. We'll see if that will go through. Probably not. Edmonton would have more than 45 skaters in the organization. We can deal with that fairly easily. We want some 1-year guys, this guy. Trade rejected. The Edmonton Oilers seem to be in one of those occasions where the trade block paid off in space. Okay. And they're not going to give us the third. Should get at least a second, fourth out of this. Come on. Trade accepted. Okay, boom. We traded up in the draft. Let's see who we're going to get here. First overall. Ooh, Maxime Comtois. I thought it would be, I don't know if it's pronounced Comtois, but I know that sometimes OIS is aw. So Comtois. I was thinking it would be Nolan Patrick. I made him better, I'm almost certain, than Comtois, but whatever. There's Nolan Patrick, medium elite. But I think he has a much higher overall. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure there's going to be an elite person left for us. Maybe we should have went up higher. I think it's every elite person. Honestly, I do. But we'll have a look here. I'm going best player available here because we can use defense or offense. If it loads. Goalie, we're not going to get a goalie this round. We have Tuca and we have, what's his name? So power forward, M. Rasmussen. 18 left-handed power forward. He's going to be like a David Backus type player. Didn't do a good job scouting. I know that. Foot, is top 4. I'm almost certain on that. I feel like I made Velarde. I feel like I made him elite though. See, we got all these power forwards. I think even Strome might be elite. Rasmussen might be too. Oh, I gotta make a judgment call here. I'm not much of a power forward in the top 6 kind of guy. Honestly. Oh, this could bite me in the butt though. Getting Velarde 17. But I'm almost certain I made him. This is gonna probably kill me, but I'm going with my gut here. Oh, dang. Oh, I thought for certain I made him an elite, but I guess not. Well, there's Papa Guelph, only top 6, so maybe. Yep, should have. Well, low elite. Medium top 6 is probably just as good as low elite, so that's not the end of the world. We'll have to see long term what happens. Oh, low elite too. Well, that's low elite once again. Low elite seems to only get you to about a top 4 defenseman and a second line forward anyway. We're going to sim the rest of it. All we have is 4 through 7. Usually the computer sometimes finds a gem in there, so we'll let them do that. There's our draft core. We should have probably gone up higher to get an elite player. A medium elite. Low elite, not exactly bummed that I missed those. They don't have trade value, and a lot of times they don't turn out. So I'm happy with the pick. A top 6. There's our second line center of the future. We have to find a way to get some elite talent in here, though. Maybe we are going to start a rebuild. I think after this season, the people on it are getting pretty old. I think we're going to go for the cup this year, and then we're just going to sell, get draft pick after draft pick. That's going to be the plan. Let's just hit Sooner resign stage, sure. Kind of mad. I thought for sure I made whatever his name. I know I'm probably thinking of Valeno, but I thought I made them both elite, but maybe not. So let's see the resign. I'm gonna do the resign stage off camera, and I'll be off. No, it's not a camera, but you know what I mean. I will see you when I. Okay, everyone, I have the people sign that I want back on the team. There might be some controversial stuff here that you guys might are going to probably try to argue with me or get mad at me about. But goalie-wise, let's talk about them here. Goalie-wise, we re-signed, what's his name? Malcolm Subban. He's going to be the backup this year. Hopefully, he'll be like an 83, 84. I really want him to be the starter of the future, but low elite, like I said, doesn't always pan out. He's already 23. That's concerning. Defense, I re-signed Joe Morrow, 2 years, $1.8 million a year. I want Carlo to play next year, so that gives us 5 defensemen. I want to sign a defenseman in free agency, a pretty good one, a young one. I don't want to sign someone that I'm going to have to trade away next year because of the rebuild. It's just a little bit unrealistic. So hopefully we can get someone in their low to mid-20s on a good contract. Right wingers, Pastrnak, gave him a 3-year deal, $3.850. That's concerning that he might not turn into anything else, but oh well. Alex Semin, I unfortunately had to let go. He wanted 3 years, and he's 34 years old, or 33 or something like that. If you change it to 1 year, he wants $4 million, and we only have 6, and I want a good defenseman, so we had to let him go. The way I see it is our offense is going to have to pick that up in other ways. People are going to have to step up. I don't think DeBrusque will play next year. But guys like Spooner, who didn't have the best year, are going to have to step up. Kokolekachev's probably going to get into the starting lineup. Probably take his spot. So we're going to sign a forward, or a defenseman. Forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A third line forward might not be the worst. Actually, Nashville can play third line, so it's not all complete grit. But a fourth line forward would do us pretty well. Actually, 2 of them maybe. So that's the plan. I'm going to show you guys free agency to get your opinion. Like I said, I don't want to sign a veteran to a long deal because you don't see that. You don't see a team sign a veteran in free agency for 5 years and trade at the upcoming draft because they're rebuilding. I mean, that never happens, really. I want someone who can be part of at least short-term future. And maybe a third line forward or definitely fourth line. So let's see who's available here. We'll start out with the forwards. Okay. We have TJ Sochi. Like I said, the most I'll probably get is a third liner. It'd be nice to have Johnson or Venberg. But we just don't have the money. We want to win this year. What we need is defensemen. A guy like Peugeot, a little much. These guys want a lot of money. Maybe a guy like Gagne or Toulouse we can get for the third line. Move Bolesky down to the fourth. I'm sure there's fourth line forwards. You don't really have to look at them in depth. But defense. Okay, I'm thinking one of these two. No one wants a 1-year contract here. We're not going to force that. So I'm thinking Justin Schultz or Andre Suster. Schultz is medium top forward, but he is 26. But he could add some offense to our team. Problem is, there's 5 teams interested. Or we can go Suster. He's not going to grow any, but he has a really good defensive core. We have a lot of defense, and we need defense. So I'm thinking one of those two, unless you guys can convince me. Maybe sign a 2-year deal with Polak or sign one of these guys. I don't think you'll be able to convince me. Maybe you want to convince me to get Smith instead, less money, or Cowan. Goalies, don't need a goalie, but we'll see who's here just for the fun of it. Did my game freeze? Please tell me it didn't freeze. Okay, there we go. Ila Brizgalov. And we'll see if there's any potential skaters. We're going for the cup this year, guys. Let me know what we should get that helps us the most for that. So we have Johnson. Sorella is available. We could maybe get him. Probably get this guy too. I'll probably sign some AHL guys. I want an AHL squad to kill it next year. They didn't do that this year, but so let me know, guys. Who should I sign, if anyone? What should I do? Can maybe check the trading block too, as well. Actually, maybe there's someone there. Well, I don't want to trade anything for the future, so probably not. Just let me know what we should do, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Any opinions or anything, just let them in the comments.